With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside. We begin the final stretch. Week 16 starts here as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They go play action now. Jackson. His throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run. First carry for Damian Harris. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. The Ravens at 9-5 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 11 more on that one and another first down. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Again, Jackson. That is caught and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Rashad Bateman, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Lawrence on first down. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
First down, here's Mitchell. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 38-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Hey, look at this Baltimore defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And how about that last play? Did you see how quickly they got to the ball? Caused a loss of yardage? Yeah, that play shows exactly why their ranking is justified.
And now they're just hoping to see more of that. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Now, you could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up
last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he's out right at the 25. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open loop. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
7 yards there at a first down.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
A toss left side for Mitchell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. And now Jackson will look to throw it. A short throw caught by Andrews.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Hey, Ozzie! Hey! 13. Good.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play action. Now Jackson finds his man. It's Kohler. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. You look at this Raiders defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
On 2nd down, Jackson. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Jackson now. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and the lead will hold at 10.
Well, he might be the best kicker the game's ever seen, and we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him he doesn't believe it, but this one winds up no good.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Here's Lawrence.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And getting this just shy of midfield, is spotted at the 49. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will have the Ravens 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Hey, middle.
They They go play action with Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. But he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now Jackson on first down.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Harris running straight ahead.
Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Throwing is Jackson.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10. An option handoff given to Harris.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Tucker on for the field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Adams.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First catch of the game for Adams, and he's got a first down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball. But I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can. And that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
30 left.
Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, have them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the...
Here's 2nd and 10.
Take right open.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. It's caught here by Adams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? He barely got the first down, but he got it.
Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10.
Raiders 10.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. And Jackson throwing once more. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. To throw is Jackson. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
No, we changed it.
Jackson from the shotgun. That's going to be caught. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. To the flat, that's complete to his running back. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Damian Harris in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. And the touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And it's complete to Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. And that will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game. Continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as he's up to the 40-yard line. Now a give, running left is Harris.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Now inside the 25.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Damian Harris, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Go, let's go.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And 4 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line.
And the Las Vegas first down.
Here's Lawrence.
He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Building on the play brings up 2nd and 10. At the
Lawrence going to
45
throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 3rd down, Lawrence will swing that out wide to Jacobs.
Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. They go with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Las Vegas.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Open man is Denzel Mims.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
23. Here we go.
Lawrence.
On the left side, a catch by White. Touchdown! Zamir White, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Lawrence on the sneak.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And they're going to speed things up here.
Lawrence on the sneak.
And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Raiders 17.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
Now Jackson on first down. And this one's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Here's Jackson.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now Jackson.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
Throwing is Jackson.
Throw caught by Flowers.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Again, Jackson.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick.
First and 15.
11. Go.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. Second down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Lawrence.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Now Lawrence to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a big 32-yard play on third.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence.
He's able to find Miller. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams with an amazing diving catch.
And the Raiders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Carlson now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
180! Hey, report! Report!
On second down, here's Mitchell.
7 yards there and a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On second down, Jackson. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Lawrence will throw.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Looking deep for Adams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll air this one out for Mims.
And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at the 20.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
74 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, so this is a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And he'll take this to the other side.
That time at a Las Vegas 1st.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Mims.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On the handoff, this is Jacobs.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Take right open.
Now Lawrence to throw on second down. He'll get that complete to Alberto.
Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's third down. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
First down goal at the 6-yard line.
Here we go, first and goal. And Lawrence now going to move him around. Here's Jacobs.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Throwing now, Lawrence. Open man, it's Mayer in the end zone for the Raiders touchdown.
Touchdown, Raiders.
4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken a fourth quarter lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's first and 10. Jackson to throw.
He's got a man complete. And finally taken down at the 34.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Throwing, Jackson.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down.
And now hang on here. Looks like we have an injured player. Yeah, Mark Andrews is in some discomfort, but not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now Jackson.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Here's Jackson.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Oh, they took a big shot there for the end zone, and if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to be. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
A 51-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even, and now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Lawrence.
He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
11.
Back to throw. Lawrence.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Lawrence. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. We've just likely won this thing in regulation.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he was at the point where he had to take the shot no matter the down. Now it's 4th down coming up, but that may turn out to be irrelevant with how little time is remaining.
A final shot now for Lawrence.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have